Hello everyone and welcome to Era Military Collectibles. So in today's video we are covering the history of the RMP, the Royal Military Police. Forgive me now, this one should have a red cover on it, but I don't have one and I need to pick one up. I've been mentioned to pick one up for a long time, but I haven't. So what we're going to do is, you have two different types of cap badges here. This is the Stay Bright and then this is the actual brass one. So I'm just going to show you there in the camera. So you have the Queen's Crown, the laurels, this is the Queen's or the Royal Stamp or something like that, I believe. And then you have Royal Military Police underneath it in the scroll. So we'll just talk a bit of history. The caps that you have here in front of you, this is their like working dress, and then this is also a working dress cap. Depending on what type of duties they're wearing, they would wear either, or as I said, this one would have a red cover, like a rain cover on the top of it. So the Royal Military Police, their origins date back to the 13th century. There was always some type of a police provost marshal or some type of a policing entity in the British Army all the way back to the 13th century. But it wasn't until 1877 that there was an official police sanctioned and brought into service. And it was brought in by the formation of a mounted police unit in 1877, and then in 1885 there was a foot unit, or a foot military police unit. So you had a mounted one since 1877, and then in 1885 you had a foot police type unit. So it carried on all the way up until 1926, when the two units were amalgamated. The mounted police section and the foot police section were amalgamated together in 1926, and then they formed the core of the military police. So the core of the military police, what is their actual job? So they're there for policing of the army, in other words. They do, but not as much. They deal with disciplinary actions, deserters, military or prisoners of war, the big military bases, embassies, VIP protection, convoy escorting, convoy movement, things like that. So their scope of policing is huge and it's massive. Then in 1946, after the Second World War, the 28th of November 1946, after the Second World War, it got the royal title to say thanks for its service during the Second World War. In 28th of November 1946, it was given the royal title, so it became, went from the Corps of Military Police to the Royal Military Police, or the RMP. Now, even up until to this day, it was amalgamated in 1992 with the Adjutant General's Corps, and the Adjutant General's Corps are the legal side of the army, barristers, solicitors, things like that. So it was only made sense to merge the two of them together. Their training takes place in Purbright, and then they go on to the Defence School of Policing and Guarding. Their history for itself, like most people, when they think about units in the British Army, they don't necessarily go to the military police. They think of like the likes of the SAS or the Royal Marine Commando as these illustrious units. But the Corps of Military Police or the Royal Military Police, they have a lot of history in themselves. So there you go. Just a small little interesting video, a small bit of a history about the unit. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get in contact with the channel, as always, the email will be at the top of the video description. So please like, please subscribe, and please tune in for the next video. Thank you.